Yo, what's up YouTube? Partywaffles here. And today I'm going to make you guys a video talking about 11.2, The War Within Season 2. Wait, better intro than that. Yo, what is up boys? Partywaffles here. And today I'm going to talk to you guys about The War Within Season 2 Death Knight. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? Frost, Unholy? What exactly is changing? We're actually going to talk about all the changes that they've released up to this moment, okay? There's been like three different releases. We're just going to talk about them all and kind of go through them and give you guys an overview, a full DK overview. So let's do this. So right here, we're going to start at the top. Just take it from the top and I'm just going to go through them all, okay? So here. Frost, veteran of the Third War, now increases stamina by 12%, was 20%, blah, blah, blah. So this is a stamina nerf in PvP. It's going to apply to all specs, okay? Unfortunate nerf, makes death strikes do less, but we're going to have more HP because of the gear. So realistically, it's kind of just countering out the gear we're going to get. Null magic reduces the magical damage you take by 5%, was 8%, and 3% in PvP combat was 4%. So again, this is a nerf, another passive defensive nerf, okay? The Undermine 2-set bonus has been updated. Your spells and abilities have a chance to activate a winning streak, increasing the damage of your Frost Strike and Glacial Advance by 4%, stacking up to 8 times. Frost Strike and Glacial Advance have an 8% chance to remove winning streak, okay? So it's just kind of some nice passive damage in your rotation, which is definitely good. 4-set bonus for Frost has been updated. Winning Streak causes Frost Strike and Glacial Advance to have an 8% chance to cast Frost Scythe per stack at 50% effectiveness. Losing Winning Streak sends you into a Murderous Frenzy, casting Frost Scythe at 125% effectiveness and gaining 12% haste for 6 seconds, okay? So basically, again, just free passive cleaving damage. This haste that you're going to be gaining when it procs is actually later on in these notes, we're going to see that haste is changed to Mastery, which actually suits Frost better. So the Glacial Advance visual has been updated, so we're going to see what that looks like later on. And then the 4-set, Liberation of the Undermine 2-set bonus, Winning Streak now stacks up to 6 times, was 8. So that's just a nerf to the 2-set right there. The 4-set bonus right here. Frost Scythe effectiveness cast from Frost Strike and Glacial Advance has been reduced to 30%. So this is just a nerf to the tier set. So basically you had the tier set effects there, and then they nerfed them a little bit. So Frost tier set nerfed. Obliterate damage increased by 20%. Frost Strike damage increased by 15%. And then Howling Blast Rhyme procs increased by 50%. From 225. So Breath of Cindergosa, 10% damage increase. And then here you go. Here's what I was just talking about with the Mastery instead of haste. So right there, across the board, Frost is getting buffs. They changed the way the tier set gives you haste into Mastery, but they nerfed other parts of the tier set. Overall, big buffs across the board. We like this. It looks really good. It's going to do a lot of damage. The next thing we have here is Unholy. So all the same defensive nerfs right here. Permafrost is also a defensive that we don't even really play, but it got nerfed as well. So let's get into the meat and potatoes stuff here. Apocalypse and Raise Dead now summon ghouls instantly, okay? That right there is going to add damage to us because we don't need to wait for the ghouls to climb out of the ground. We just instantly have the ghouls and we just start doing damage with them, and you can ramp them up and everything. So that's going to be nice. Apocalypse and Raise Dead visual has been updated, so I assume that's just to make, like, with the pets coming out instantly, they just appear now. Liberation of Undermine 4-set bonus. Fixed an issue that caused Winning Streak to be removed while Dark Transformation was active. So that's obviously, we want that, right? That's a bug fix. Death Coil damage increased by 15%, but on the next string of changes, they're actually going to revert this and decrease it by 13, so this is going to go away, kind of. Apocalypse Ghoul damage increased by 25%. Magus of the Dead increased by 15%. Soul Reaper increased by 35%, and then Clawing Shadows and Scourge increased by 15%, but not Vampiric Strike. So what this tells me is they want Unholy buffed across the board, and they want to kind of make us play stuff we don't usually play, such as pets, and yeah. But that does not affect the Vampiric Strike part of this. Tells me that I don't think they're going to make Sand Lane be good, because that's Sand Lane, right? But we'll see. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next DK changes. So that's the first string that they released, right? Then we got the next ones. Okay, guys, here's the second string of changes that was released. So Death Coil damage reduced by 13%. So we just saw that 15% increase up top, and then immediately after, a week later, there's a 13% decrease. And then Magus of the Dead increased by 35%, plus the one from before. Commander of the Dead buff which buffs all of our pets and our gargoyle, which they just buffed a bunch of our pets, right? And then gargoyle damage increased by 50%. 50% gargoyle, by the way. All horseman damage increased by 10%. So it looks to me like they really want us to play a pet build, right? Like they buffed them the prior week. They buffed them again this one. It really does seem like they want us to play a pet build. But so we'll see if it actually works out like that. So basically what it looks like, again, the 2 weeks straight of buffing pets. So this really seems like they want us. They're trying to like pigeonhole us into playing commander, it seems like, which is good because if they don't give it a severe amount of pet buffs, our build right now is so like locked in that it's hard to even change anything about the way that it works. But yeah, so I'm feeling like we're going to have a pet build next season. I also think DK is going to be better, but there's even more changes. Let's go check the rest of them. And the rest of them were just blood changes. So those are kind of irrelevant, actually. But yeah, based off these, if I had to guess, it's going to be like a commander super strain build, right? Maybe drop Unholy Assault to put points into the pet talents and have like a dot pet build, or like drop Even Fever and put all the talents into commander so we play like 30-second dot so we don't have to apply it as much, and then have big pet burst. I don't know. It's hard to say. But overall, lots of buffs over the last few weeks. Lots of buffs for both specs. Both specs are looking good, looking promising. And one thing we forgot to mention about Frost, though, I don't know why we didn't see it here, though, is they actually removed Remorseless Winter's stun for Frost. And they added a new PvP talent, which makes it, when you press Remorseless Winter, it basically, or sorry, not even when you press Remorseless Winter. When you pillar it, it automatically Remorseless Winters for you. And it just does a ton of, I think it's 1,000% damage of Remorseless Winter damage. So it literally hits for 1,000,000 ticks on everyone around you, which is fucking insane, right? So you lose your stun, but you gain some crazy damage. Will it be OP? Probably. Will it get nerfed? Probably. But you'll have to play with classes with stuns now as Frost. But yeah. So Frost and Unholy both looking good for Season 2. Strong picks. I wanted to give you guys the update to get you guys excited for this. But yeah, so hit the subscribe button. Drop a comment. Drop a like. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Like I said, guides, DK guides coming this season. Lots of news, updates, tier lists, everything like that. And I stream 5 days a week at twitch.tv/partywafflesx. So see you later, boys. Peace.